Welcome back to Cricket Pulse by LGW. My name's George, and as usual, I'm joined by Loy and Will. Was lovely talking to you all. Have a good night. That's exactly what happened today. I saw the match begin, went to get coffee and come back, and an innings is over. What a day.
Delhi decided to have their dinner quite quickly as well. So nothing
Oh
to
my
blame.
God.
Maybe the chicken
Pretty
tikka
short a
masala
match.
was working good.
Arun Jaitley Stadium delivered some whiplash injuries to certain team. We were talking about DC posting 264 yesterday. And I was hoping Virat would go chase the orange cap. Bless him. He didn't have much to chase. So it was absolute carnage from the bowlers, not the batsmen, from the bowlers.
It was a historic catapultation, George. I think of massive proportions. If you blinked for the first few overs, you would have missed the entire Delhi Capitals top order walking back to the pavilion. It was as quick as that. I've never seen anything like that. Will,
I know. It was.
I mean, I looked at the scorecard. I mean, I missed the whole game completely. So forgive me if I am, ranting away or saying something. But when I looked at the scorecard of Delhi, it read like 0-1, 0-1, 0-0-0. And somebody else scored 22 runs. Now, just imagine he also failed. This would have been absolutely finished quickly. But
No.
my gripe is, what the hell RCB is doing? What is our team doing? We should have gone for kill. The horse was dead, and we just let it rot for a little longer.
To be honest, I mean, just to add to what Will said there, it was 9 for 6, right? And it read 0-1-1-0-5-1-0. I was like, what am I looking at? I mean,
which one is score? Which one is wickets?
What? I was lost, and I'm like, okay, let me rub my eyes, look again, and I'm like, I think there's this famous dialogue in that movie 1983 that about the 83 triumph that Ranveer Singh played in. I think Paji aare ja rahe. It was the same thing. Aare ja rahe.
That being said, lads, I think we've got a lot to pack, but let's shut the show first. So we've got a massive clash which happened today, an absolutely amazing clash. So let's dive right in and let's talk more in detail.
Right. Okay, so let's talk about the day when DC was deleted from the server by RCB. So, what a nightmare start. There were 75 all out for, I think, 15, 16 overs. I think, like Will said, RCB just prolonged the misery. I don't know why, possibly because they wanted something to play for. I mean, they went all the way to Delhi, and it was Virat Kohli's home ground. At least something. Probably that's why they just let him play. But beats me why they didn't go for the kill at 9 for 6. They should have just continued with Bhuvi and Hazlewood, and then played Suryansh and Krunal. But hey.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you why they probably did. They did that for that 20,000 plus crowd that came in to see some real big scores again by KL Rahul. And some groundsman would have come and told the Bangalore team, and said, look, boys, I know you're going to finish this quickly, but can you prolong this for a little extra? Otherwise, we'll get
I'm paid
pelted with
money for
stones."
the tickets. Let me get some entertainment, please. I think again,
And
KL Rahul, the star of the day, just 2 days back, he was an absolute superstar. 152 runs, went for one. Before that, I think a peach of a delivery from Booby, the second ball,
oh
knocking the
yes,
middle stump
Oh,
of the opening batsman. What a beautiful ball! Booby and Hazlewood were at another level. Nitish Rana, 91 last innings, again 1 run. Tristan Sub came in, hit a four. Next ball, single, then he goes.
gone.
It was a procession, boys. It was absolutely a procession coming in, as we were saying earlier at the start of the episode. "Aa raha hai, ja raha hai, Paji. Aa raha hai, ja raha hai, Paji." It was just that.
I think no one profoundly put it as well as Akshar Patel post-match interview. He's like, what's going on? He said, none of us have a clue what was happening. And that is the truth. Bless him. My heart goes out to him. But you know what? This is reminiscent of last year. Rahul goes to Bangalore, does the whole Kantara celebration,
Puts
beats
on a show.
Bangalore, and then that's his home ground. And then Virat Kohli comes to Delhi, puts on a show, gets the revenge. And this was part two. But this was a bit too
Brutal.
much. It
But I'll
was.
tell you why. In my perspective, first of all, Delhi had an absolute shocker. A team which should have won the last game. If KL, not KL Rahul, what's his name, Karun Nair had decided to catch those balls, but before they could recover from that shock, they were getting into this particular game. Because they were in that shock, I just feel that they didn't read the pitch. Because when I was listening to the commentators say the pitch that these guys played today was the one right next to the one which was scored for like 260 plus
54.
runs. So I would put this down to the team managers, coach, and the captain, who absolutely did not read the pitch to tell the batsman this is a very slow tracker for the first batters. But hey, I'm just giving them the consolation prizes for this one.
you can
But
give that to them, well, but I think we played on the same pitch. We just bamboozled them with our batting. Virat Kohli and Devdutt Padikkal just went all out. But before I come to that, I think I'll have to talk about Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Hazlewood. Bowie just ages like fine wine, right? 3 wickets for 5 runs. That's his runs.
What
5
was the
runs with
1.2 or something average?
1.2 or 1.3 per over. That's a stat for we've been telling it's not been bowlers year. It's not been the bowlers IPL this year, and our bowlers come right on and prove that. Yeah, hold my hold my hand, boys. Here you go, take
Hold
it.
my beer.
Hold my beer.
Right, listen, it's not test match we're talking about. We're talking about T20. And let that sink in. Like 3 for 5. And then the gentleman on the other end, 4 for 12.
For 12.
It's crazy. And to be honest, I did disagree with the man of the match. It should have been Bowie because he's the one who started it all and did the damage. I mean, I think he set the tone, and possibly Hazelwood also got to bowl more than Bowie. So I would have given that to Bowie. But hey, I mean, I'm not complaining. Bowie's got the purple cap.
Yeah.
I do feel bad for Virat Kohli. The man didn't even get an opportunity to chase the bloody orange cap. He got his 2 sixers and then he had to walk back home. But going back to what Will said, I mean, the pitch report, it was clear. It was completely dry. It was absolutely dry. And they did say it's probably going to generate some sort of a spin. It will possibly swing. And I think the pitch was misread. Or maybe they underestimated the
I think the
RCB
intention
bowlers.
from the batters from the Delhi side was, yeah, let's go out and play the same kind of game that we played against the other folks the other day. And they thought, okay, we're going to replicate the exact same thing, another time around. Hopefully this time we win. And that absolutely backfired, tremendously. Let's not put too much, onto the batters why they didn't play, because the real fact is those deliveries bowled by Hazlewood and Bhuvneshwar Kumar was absolutely unplayable. The opening batter losing his middle stick, that tells you he had absolutely no clue how the ball was swinging, how it was dipping, and how quickly it came to him. He didn't anticipate Bhuvi to come at him at this swing and pace at the very first over. Before they could
Bless
realize,
him, that was his debut.
yeah, I feel for it, but uh, the fact that before they could actually realize what was happening, there were four people out back in the pavilion, and before they didn't have time to regroup and think what the hell is going on. Let's contain this. Let's stop this thing. Let's hold the stick together and make sure we score something. The only plan, I think, was stick around as long as you can, and that stretched all the way to 16 overs at a run rate of 4.5 or something like that. Absolutely unheard in a T20.
Yeah, I think the early saving grace was Abishek Porel and David Miller, who tried to put on a partnership. But again, once David Miller went and he was all alone. The other side, Kylie Jamieson tried hitting a six and tried getting some runs, but then RCB was just too good today. So I think they just kind of cleaned them up. 75.
But Loy, what we're forgetting is the fielding. I mean, there was not a single
Absolutely
run.
beautiful.
They were not giving them half a run. No opportunities. I mean, they were not letting it go beyond the first circle. It was crazy. There was one that Krunal Pandya took. And then there was, and the keeper, oh my God.
Jitesh was absolutely
Jitesh
brilliant
was brilliant.
today.
Some of the wides that he collected was, especially down the leg side, I mean, ridiculous. At least about 10 to 15 runs or more actually was saved by the fielders. But, as much as we say difficult pitch and whatnot, well, RCB got that in 6 overs?
6.3.
I mean,
when I looked at the fielding at some point, I mean, I was watching it brief here and there. There was one batter, I don't know who was it actually. He top edged it. The ball went to the keeper. The keeper was easily going towards the ball to catch it. But what I was more fascinated to see was there were other 4 or 5 fielders inside the circle, all coming towards the wicket keeper. It felt like these pack of wolves trying to attack and devour these opponents, because they were not letting go of anyone. Even though they were 6 down, they could have relaxed a little bit, don't show any aggression. But the intent was absolutely always remained till the last wicket fell. And I could see the intensity from every fielder just to try to catch one ball. And that was clearly for a wicket keeper to catch it. And he would catch it even in his, in his deep sleep as well. But the intent was clear. This team is unstoppable.
Yeah, I think
they
going back
came
to
for revenge.
Yeah, and going back to the batting, I think absolute classic again, RCB, right? I think Bethel, what a flying start. He
I'm
got out
telling
to
you,
a
unlucky
brilliant
again.
catch. He got
That
out
was
to
an
another
amazing catch,
brilliant catch.
Natarajan.
Natarajan running back and taking that catch was absolutely brilliant. Otherwise, Bethel and Kohli would have finished this game off. Sadly,
In 3
he had
overs.
to go.
I
Yeah,
think
and
it would have
sadly
been over in 4 overs or something if Bethel was
he
around.
had to go. And Devdutt comes in, Padikkal, and what a start. 34 runs, and of 13 balls, he was smashing it out of the park. Kohli joined in. The first player to score 9,000 IPL runs, another record onto his cap. Absolutely
To be
brilliant.
honest,
Oh,
just another day in office, another record. Nothing new for the king. Nothing surprising for the rest of the world. So it's him and Cristiano Ronaldo. It's just a day in office. Nothing new.
Anyway, I think a great total dominance from the Bengaluru boys again tonight. Revenge, as George was saying, back at the DC home ground, taking it taking that victory and getting back on the table and doing it with absolute dominance, right? Our net run rate is plus 1.9 at the minute, which is higher than even Shreyas Iyer's flying Punjabs, Urta Punjabs. So, brilliant win, and RCB, we love it.
Well, talking about Urta Punjab, that's what we're up for next tomorrow. So we've got the Punjab Kings taking on Rajasthan Royals. Now, this is a game I've been wanting to see. This one is going to be special. And Punjab, all of you know, it's my second favorite team. I'll always back them. But for some reason, I think it's Rajasthan Royals who's going to stop Punjab's winning streak.
Ooh.
So I'm all geared up for tomorrow's game. I mean, I'd be happy if Punjab wins, definitely. But I just have a feeling that tomorrow is going to be their first defeat.
Would be interesting to watch, George. I think I'm on that side of the fence as well, because I want RR to win. I want that streak to end, because I think, again, the other side of the table, or just the team next to Punjab, is Royals or RCB, and I think when I look at that, I want Punjab streak to finish, because again, it's going to be an interesting qualifiers. I think when we get to the playoffs, it's going to be interesting if RCB and Punjab get to the first qualifier, because only one of them go on to the final, the other gets another shot. But I don't want to be the team who's going to get another shot, right? So I think we want to go to the finals. So it'll be interesting to try and get them off their tremendous form. And I think RR is another team who can do that with the batting and the bowling unit they have. Middle order is a concern, but then I think if the top order and their bowling can go do what they're doing, they could dethrone Punjab Kings not from the top, but then at least derail their journey.
Punjab's opening pair has been one of the finest and the most successful this season. But they're up against a formidable Jofra Archer. And I really think it's going to be it's going to be a contest. And on the other hand, though, we've got high-flying Vaibhav Suryavanshi. So it's. I'm hoping this will be a cracker of a game, and I actually am calling it RR, because I just that gut feeling I've had all along that RR is the one who's going to plug.
The problem with RR situation right now is everybody is focused around this little boy and how he's bringing his talent and showcasing it on the big stage. Now, that could be a good thing and that could be a bad thing. Unfortunately, that's actually turning out to be a bad thing for RR from my perspective, because the way he's been dominating, everyone have left their guard. Let the guard down and not focused heavily around their own performance, including the captain himself. And that's quite evident, because if Jaiswal and Suryavanshi doesn't give them a good start in those power play situation in 6 overs time, that team is absolutely in a bad shape. Plus, RR have a tendency to lose consecutive games once they've had a really good run at the very beginning of the tournament. And that is actually coming up again as well. So if that trend is to continue, and if my way of understanding RR after watching them play all these years is, yes, they are up against one of the dominant team in this tournament, and they are not going to, come easy at you. They're going to come absolutely hammering at RR, and their focus clearly will be to get Jaiswal and Suryavanshi out. And once they've got through that batting, the only person that is holding that fort is a Jitesh Sharma, the keeper. What's his name? That's Jitesh Sharma, right?
No.
No, Jitesh is the RCB.
RCB, yeah, I know. What was his name? Dhruv Jurel, exactly. The only other person who's actually come to the party is Dhruv Jurel. after that, it's
Don't
in row.
forget
It's like the
Jadeja.
top has fallen
Don't
off.
forget Jadeja.
Well, Jadeja is there, provided the
Yes.
other guys also support him. If the other guys are not supporting, he single-handedly will struggle to bring in the runs for the whole team. It's way too much. You're asking a lot of things from Jadeja at this point in time. The team is down and out
Look,
at the
it's not
moment.
about the ask. It's what he's proven over time. What you're saying is right. I mean, the main problem that I see with RR is the middle order, and one of the person who needs to take up a huge responsibility there is the skipper himself. Brian Parag needs to come good. I think he needs to stop trying to swing at everything and just play it slow, to play a longer inning, be the anchor for the team, and let somebody on the other end go for glory. That's what, as a leader, I would expect him to do. As far as Jadeja is concerned, the man's a game changer. He's a huge trump card to have in your team, but the, it is not going to be a easy game because on the other hand is Mr. Captain Charisma itself, Shreyas Iyer. To me, he's the future Indian captain, and there are
No,
no two
the
ways about it. And
Prince
he's
is still the captain. I don't know how that fraud is still getting those opportunities to
yeah.
be the
Don't
captain
like
of India.
let's not talk about that. But what
Hopefully
I'm
that's
trying,
going to change.
but what I'm trying to say is he is a leader. He is a player. I mean, he's in stunning form. Plus, the only way you can stop them, the way I see it, is by mounting pressure early on. Because I've never seen Priyansh and Prab Simran get into pressure from any bowling unit so far. So I think if you mount the pressure from early on, how they'll react will possibly change the game. But at the same time, the biggest trump card that Punjab have is their skipper himself. So you've got Jaddu on this side and the skipper on the other end. So it is going to be a game of the middle order. But if Vaibhav starts off with a flyer, and if Jofra Archer starts off with a flyer, it's going to be anybody's game.
Jofra Archer needs scores. I mean, if the team hasn't put down a massive total, Jofra is going to struggle because no matter how much he's got the pace. But at the same time, if you notice the last time when he bowled one of those really pacey bouncer, there was no shot at all, but the ball ended up 6. So if there is no total and people actually miscues a couple of shots, that's 12, 18 runs in 1 over. Hey, that's
Anyhow,
Anyway, I think
RR
that being
needs
said,
to
I
get
think
those
it's going to be
scores.
an interesting game, and as we want, I think it's two heavyweights again in terms of top order batting, in terms of runs. So it would be interesting because I think we've got a pretty much a lineup of all the orange cap contenders in and around both the teams' top orders. So I think, including Shreyas Iyer as well. So I think it'll be interesting to watch if it's going to be a batter's game or if it's going to be a bowler's game tomorrow. Let's see. Again, today was a surprise. Hopefully, it can be a nice surprise for us tomorrow as well.
Where are
There
they
is
playing, by the way?
They're playing in Mulanpur, which is Chandigarh, in New Chandigarh.
Mullanpur.
There is prediction of some rain. Again, hoping the
That's the
rain
only problem.
stays away.
If it rains, it's Punjab. Um, if it rains and if the game is shortened, it's Punjab all the way. They've got the power hitters they need. Except on the other side, you have Vaibhav, but there's quite a lot in the lineup of Punjab. So if it rains, it's going to be advantage Punjab. But if it doesn't, I would say I think I'm voting for RR. I have a feeling that they'll win. So I'm gonna
So,
pick RR.
who are you going for, Will?
Oh, well, I'm going with Punjab. The only reason, the reason I picked
Excuse me.
Punjab is because RR
George
has
has
not
gone for
been
RR.
doing. It's not. They've not gone that firepower in the middle to actually pull the team back up. So Kings 11, not Kings 11, Punjab Kings will have some trick up their sleeves to get the openers quite cheaply. And if that happens, it's domino effect.
I'll tell you why he picked Punjab. It's because he loves Riyan Parag.
The man, no, whilst he was talking
you
about,
know,
whilst he was talking about Riyan Parag, one of the thought that came into my head, or one of the dialogues that came into my head was, Vijay and Salman Khan, one of the movies, he says, right, Ek bar, whatever I decide, even I won't listen to my own,
एक बार
words.
मैं कमिटमेंट कर लिया तो मैं अपने आप कभी सुन नहीं सुनता. हाँ.
So he's already made up his mind. That is how he's going to bat, and he'll probably bat the exact same way throughout the tournament. So he'll come swinging, and wickets are there to be taken.
Let's see.
So on that note, I think
What's your prediction, mate?
I told you I'm going with RR as well. I'm going with RR as well because I want Punjab to kind of break the streak. So I'm going with RR as well.
Okay, but I mean, analytically, I think RR will win. That's the way I look at it. But in my heart of the hearts, I support Punjab. All right. So after that great day, all I have to say is we'll get some good sleep. Let's look forward to the game tomorrow. I bet it's going to be a cracker. So keep the pulse racing. From me, it's adios.
Good night and goodbye. See you tomorrow.
Peace. See you in the next one. Take care, guys.